All right. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone's been having a good first day of GTU. I certainly have. And today we've got something a little special cooking. This was a run I originally planned on doing at last ESA summer, but things didn't go through with that, so as a result, I'm really glad to be showing it off here. So if you know me at all, or you've seen any of my GTA marathon runs, you're probably familiar that I'm basically the guy for running GTA 5's Epsilon program. But this one is a bit special in that we're kind of gonna break the game in a unique way. Now, I feel like I've said that a bit with other Epsilon runs, but this is on like a whole different level because we are basically going to make the run faster by running multiple copies of the game at once.
Yeah, indeed. I'm here with Rake, Stormraid. Nice to be here. This is one hell of a run. It sparked a very big discussion in the GTA 5 community, and this is also the only category where the glitch that we're gonna show is actually used. So it's a very special one for multiple reasons. And as Rake said, Epsilon has really been the category to show all the weird things GTA 5 has to offer. And I believe you ran uh, even DM Epsilon on GTA Marathon this year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, normal Epsilon 2, and so now it's the third, I guess, iteration of the Epsilon speedrun we have in this game, and it's gonna be a really good one.
I'm glad you feel the same way. Should we just go ahead and get into it and explain things as we go?
Yeah, I think that's the play. Obviously, starting in prologue, so things are gonna be easy. Timer starts on the text Ludendorff, whatever, 9 years ago. Pretty much as soon as Rake hits restart. So
Yeah, I'll give a quick countdown, I guess, and we'll get into
yeah,
it. All right, starting on go. Three, two, one, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
good luck. You'll need it. Oof, okay, where do we even start with this? I don't know. I guess we can just probably try and explain, or stick to the basics for the time being, and then explain the actual glitch as we get there, because we could probably technically spend 12 minutes, or the 12 minutes we're going to be spending before we actually get to the important bit,
Yeah.
actually explaining how it works, but it would be too hard to keep track of, so we'll basically start in prologue, like every GTA 5 run.
Yeah. I guess a good
Um,
spot to start would be the fact that I'm actually playing on a different patch than usual. Instead of playing on GTA 5's famous 1.27 patch, we are actually playing on the first ever PC release, 1.24. That is because the way this save manipulation glitch works, it doesn't work on 1.27, just this one version.
There's enough here for us all to
Yeah,
enjoy.
exactly. And
Depends on how you
through
look
that,
at it.
we had to also, like, I mean, it's not a huge complication. There's a reason we speedrun on 1.27 rather than 1.24. But most disadvantages of the patch, I would say, are
Get a
actually
thousand things every day.
uh,
How about you make sure
not
this is one?
too relevant for this category. Like, there's some stuff with stamina that could really screw us over in the later parts of the run. But because we're keeping things relatively simple, it's only 1 hour run, it doesn't come to bite us too much, I'd say.
Yeah. The main things that come off difference-wise for me are, one, we actually have to use direct input instead of raw input, otherwise mouse movement feels absolutely awful. Even sometimes it doesn't feel great with direct input.
Fuck, you hear that?
Yeah, it seems to be tied to FPS, isn't it? Where, especially if you're like on low FPS, the DPI just is for some reason a lot higher, the sensitivity rather. And with raw input you can actually get normal mouse movement, like it's guy goes flying immediately.
Yeah, not my worst shootout so far.
And yeah, it's like mostly minor stuff. You can tell that was the first release of the game where a couple of things are still broken. I guess the main advantage, I would say, is actually a strat that we're gonna be showing very soon already, which is if you press Alt F4, very notorious, the game would usually, like the game does give you a prompt if you're sure you really want to quit. And on this patch that actually causes you to basically lose all momentum, so you stop immediately in your car, which means if you like want to rapidly come to a stop without braking beforehand, you can actually do that on this patch. And I think that's used like 2 or 3 times at least, so it's like a few seconds each, so
Yeah, something like that.
once here and then once before, assuming I think it is.
Anyway, we're about to do prologue skip, where we're basically going to skip an unskippable cutscene by failing as soon as we trigger a checkpoint, but before the cutscene can play. Pretty cool stuff. So I'm gonna do that by basically mission failing by blowing up the car. So, whoops.
That's the Alt F4 thing you mentioned. Yeah, so we're gonna shoot the... We're gonna make sure that gas comes out of the car, and then we can use it to ignite the fuel that's coming out, thus destroying the car. The way it works is that basically, let's see, actually executing that first.
Alright, looking good.
Good, I think, yeah.
Anyway,
Nice.
no time to
Basically-
explain. While the cutscene
Oh, yeah,
plays out,
true.
I'm going to open 3 more copies of the game.
Oh my god, yeah, I was like, okay, we have like 12 minutes to until we get to the bad stuff, but no, of course we don't.
I'm gonna drag him off
Yeah.
screen for now.
Yeah.
We'll bring him back later when we use him.
Yeah, that's for the best. So this, I mean, you can kind of actually you cannot see it in the title. It's here called Epsilon with benchmarks, but the way we also label it on SRC is basically just multi-instance Epsilon, because we are using multiple copies of the game, which is, I believe, I don't actually know since when they fixed that. I just remember that with the old launcher, they don't actually check if the game is already running. So you can open multiple copies of the game. And that's another reason why 1.24 is actually used here, because 1.24 doesn't immediately throw you into the game, but rather on this, as you see it now on screen, landing page, which we can then use to, I guess, pre-set up the settings. Like we go into the settings menu, and from that we can launch benchmarks, which are going to be the way we break the game in order to save a bunch of time. But
More on that later.
that we'll get to later. For now, we move into the other, the second introductory mission, I guess, of the game, Franklin and Lamar, where we are introduced to the third character. Obviously, we got to know Trevor and Michael in the first part. Now we're getting introduced to Franklin too.
Yeah, we're gonna see
just do
Franklin for all of 10 minutes. Once we unlock Michael again, then we will not be seeing him again, most likely, provided everything goes right and I don't accidentally switch to him.
Yeah.
But more on that later as well.
Yeah, exactly. Epsilon is just this string of side missions that are only available for Michael for some reason. But
I mean, I wouldn't
Trevor
say
and
for some
Franklin, I
reason
think,
it
are
makes
just not
sense.
keen to
Why?
order it. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but technically speaking, like the whole questionnaire and stuff, they're all available to the others. But I think Trevor and Franklin are just deemed unworthy by the Epsilon cult,
Yeah.
and thus cannot have a funny set of side missions. So this is why we're basically doing what we're doing here right now. We are speedrunning our way to unlock Michael, because only with Michael we can actually do what we want to do here.
Yeah,
Which
some
includes the first 4 missions.
some newbies often say, "Oh, we should have a Michael percent speedrun." To those, here you go. This is Michael percent happening right now. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's like embedded in the far superior category anyway. So
Exactly.
when I run Michael percent, they can just run Epsilon. There they have it. Yeah, just this heavily scripted chase through the city, which in our case isn't even a chase because we of course know where Lamar's going, so we just speed ahead of him. There will be plenty of normal runs where people can like properly explain stuff like break boost, curve boost, all that stuff. Although honestly, with this game being now 10 years old, people have probably heard like explanations of break boost way more than enough.
I don't know. I could go for another explanation.
I mean, it's really no secret formula or anything. We just, when we go through over a slight elevation, we just brake and thus go faster. Isn't that how simple it is?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
More FPS better? Actually, can you see that?
Actually, brake boosting breaks once you, if you can mod your way past the in-game FPS limit
Okay.
cap.
But we don't do that.
That is true. We wouldn't do that
legit.
because we would never mod GTA 5.
No, of course not. No such things as file manipulation in GTA 5 speedrun. God. Very nice. You already almost passed Franklin and Lamar.
Yeah.
Nothing too exciting to see here. It's just, it's really just micropercent. For everyone who ran Epsilon, they will be able to relate with that. Micropercent is really just manage to go through it without any major time losses, and then you can get to the fun part, because both in terms of the marathon, but also in terms of the speedrun, you just,
Hello, this is 9.
you want to get it out of the way. It's very boring.
1-1, what
Nice.
Man, shit, it's good to be home. What's up? Can a low come
There we
up
go.
in your crib?
And not watching the funny cutscene either.
I'ma have a gentleman calling later. So make yourself clear.
Anyway, we're gonna warp through this garage to get into the car faster.
As one does.
I don't feel like explaining mechanics behind that for like a 2-second thing. So
No,
just point
I
out,
mean,
haha,
it's-
funny teleport, and that's all you need.
Yeah, it's a funny teleport. Just the game fail-saving you, because you run into what the game considers an obstacle. Does it feel like opening the garage, I guess, because it would have to reposition the player,
Hey, what's up, Simeon?
So good to see you.
and enables us to
Let's go to Vespucci.
ever so slightly faster go to the next mission reposition.
With that old raggedy ass hair?
Yeah, upcoming is gonna show off one of the worst disadvantages of running on this patch, that being we can't do Lamar pushes like we can on 127.
Took you to be old hairstylist type
Yeah,
bitch.
it's
Mine's all
actually,
starting to make
I
sense.
think, especially in like recent times, it's one of the more famous speedrun strats in GTA 5, where on reposition in the section that Rick's about to enter, where you basically wait for Lamar to, well, not wait for Lamar, follow Lamar through the garages, like this Vargas area or whatever it is, and we very fast push him
The tattoo on
along
his
the
face
way,
and shit.
which is not possible on 1.25. I actually don't know why. I guess
Should
just
be
like
a
something with
story of
the
your life, asshole.
hitbox of Lamar,
One
Lamar's
of-
model.
One
is
of
a
life's
little
great
different.
mysteries.
Think this crazy.
I'm not
Yeah,
even gonna
I
think about
actually
it,
have no
like,
explanation.
We trying to go
I don't even know if I want to know at this point.
Move the car.
Yeah,
What's up,
no,
homie? You alright?
probably not. And yeah, so we have to resort to very slowly pushing like this. Whereas if you're used to watching like I don't know, like Unnamed or Alex or something during their runs, you are probably familiar with them like rapidly, what we usually call rocket launches or something, Lamar launches, whatever. Rapidly pushing Lamar forward and completing this in 10 or so seconds faster, I guess. You don't know how much time that loses in 1.24.
Kiflon. Man, that's stupid.
You're not savable. I actually
That is
didn't
so
know
cringe.
that's what's being brought up.
Man, stop being a
Yeah, they also have custom voice lines for when you try to access that website as a different character than Michael.
I actually didn't know that. I thought you'd just be able to still do the questionnaire and then, you know, they just don't send you text obviously.
Unfortunately, no. Well, actually, no, that would make too much sense.
Yeah, can't be. It's a Rockstar game though.
Man, we only came here for a bite.
Okay, and actually managed to, with this stupid little side thing, completely ignore the shootout, which you of course mastered flawlessly.
Thank you. I mean, I've had better shootouts, but not much better.
Ah.
Like, at the end, it all
They
comes
would
down
know.
to the dialogue, because it's kind of like frame rule in that sense. How quickly you can move on to the next part of getting to the guy's bike. Which I did hesitate too long on, but whatever.
yeah, Lamar, just you have to like wait a little bit before you can actually start running, because otherwise Lamar starts crying, so he misses his homie. And like this, people are inclined to play it a bit too safe, because if you start running and then you hear Lamar's dialogue of him wanting Franklin to come back and you have to run all the way back, it's really annoying. So people tend to play it a bit safe.
Anyway, I'm
You
just
have
gonna
to
dodge
follow
this
records,
traffic
so-
and bail off the bike, skipping a little bit of dialogue.
Very good. Okay. And I guess the first divergence of what we do in a normal any percent, and the final mission before we get to the fun part, where instead of going to pulling favors, we head immediately to complications. Just the mission where we unlock Michael.
Excuse me.
We also cap to 60 frames per second here to prevent a physics-based mission fail that happens on higher frame rates.
This game is very well programmed, and I guess, I mean, I don't want to say it wasn't tested very well, because they just didn't have the hardware back then when they made
They didn't have the
this-
hardware for
this port.
144 frames per second, really?
Man. Wasn't something you very likely ran into, was it?
I suppose.
It's like 2014 or something when they probably did this, so
Yeah.
yeah. We do have river tuner, so we can easily cap our FPS, so it's no problem. And with rapid speed we're approaching Michael's house. Subtle foreshadowing.
We'll come back here a few times.
Yep. Although we arrive in a much cooler way. Usually, at least.
Yeah.
Just because you have a massive gaper, bitch.
Fucking homos are dead.
Yeah, the law of this mission is just that we basically repossess the car from Michael's son Jimmy, and Michael's hiding in there, and through that we get to meet him. And I guess he likes us. I don't exactly know. But, for better or worse, we do unlock Michael.
That's a
and
9mm semi-automatic pushed against your skull.
that enables us to do Epsilon.
Look around.
Imagine like you'd have to play it with like all of 12%, because Epsilon's only available for 12 or something. Like how much worse of a category this would be.
That gives me an idea for a meme run.
My son just got the
Oh
car.
no.
And looking at the way you're
Alright,
going about this,
what's your favorite Trevor side mission series, Lenny?
Serious, dude. I just work with
That's
fucking Rico.
I mean it has to be
responsibility.
like the American Welcome
Oh, Civil Border Patrol?
stuff, Civil Border Patrol, right?
Yeah,
A car dealer,
There's
dog,
so
by
many
the
good
name of
ones though.
Simeon
But this is
Terry.
probably really bad one to pick, because I think some of them they only unlock after minor turbulence, don't they?
some of them, yeah.
Son.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
God.
Me and Mr. Yetarian, we'll work this out.
That the place?
Yeah, this the place.
Yes, I don't know
Do
if
it.
that is necessarily the good one to pick, but I mean that these are.
Oh no, the game force
Oh,
tapped me
no.
out. That can happen sometimes
That's
when,
what I kept complaining about, yeah. So it didn't happen to you.
yeah, happens from time to time.
Yeah. Classic GTA 5 moment. We don't know what causes this. It's like something where with other copies of the game running on your second monitor, and then the game just
Alright,
loses focus for some reason.
anyway, we unlocked Michael. Next step is going to be cheating in $100,000. Here we go. Explain this one for me, Lenny, because I gotta concentrate.
Yes, of course. Yeah, what we're gonna be performing now is the stock dupe, which is it's also possible 1.27, but a lot harder. But in all newer patches, it's been patched, so you can't replicate this at home, I guess. What we're basically doing is we are tricking the game. As you can see, Rake is technically always buying 3 of those stocks. But the game, while only charging us for 3, we manipulate the game into actually giving us more, which we then sell, thus making profit. And Rake just routinely will sell all the stocks he accumulated, which enables him to then technically accumulate more, meaning we rapidly gain more money. You can see in the top right already, he has 54,000, no 40,000 because he's just selling them, but yeah. 54, no 75,000 already. We start I think with like 4 grand, so it's going very fast. And I believe we want to go to like roughly 96 or
Yeah.
so thousand. Yeah, exactly. Because a part of the Epsilon program, which, if you are familiar with the story, is just like it's a massive scam. Involves us donating them a lot of money and us buying a lot of stuff, and basically the expenses just add up to roughly 96,000, or a little less,
Yeah.
but we want to have some buffer.
Anyway, now that we've done that, we're gonna buy some equipment for later on, and then teleport to the northern part of the map.
Exactly. Once more, if you're familiar, like this hits a little harder when you're actually familiar with what's happening, but you need to go to the northern part of the map. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be initiating the benchmark here, and now perform a small glitch where we try to detonate the grenade right on the edge of. Well, we're not trying to detonate the grenade. We're trying to pause right before detonating the grenade. And then we're actually getting loaded into the second instance in which we are, in which we loaded the benchmark, and the game will put us in a specific part of the benchmark, which we previously determined via command line arguments. And this specific benchmark puts us in this jet, in this very location. Now hitting enter and exiting out creates a restore point. So when we now try and launch
Seems I got the timing
benchmark
wrong.
here, yeah, we're supposed to be not dying. It's a very, very precise timing. But the cool thing is that this actually like doesn't really mean too much. We just lost a little bit of time. We can just retry. The timing for this is very hard because you have to basically
There we go.
it's basically frame perfect. Nice, very good. And that's what's supposed to happen. And now what we're doing is we're basically loading into said restore point. And as you can see, we're now in the jet at the exact location where the benchmark was playing, but back in free roam in original save file. And we basically transferred, I guess you could say, the progress or the position of the character and the vehicle he's in into our main save file. That's probably the best way to explain it. And now we're actually going to perform something that may look easy, but is actually quite tricky. To land the jet in this very tight canyon.
Yeah, I did it.
Very well done. I used to struggle with that a lot.
I still struggle with it.
To the first mission of the Epsilon cult.
truck.
And yeah, as you can imagine, we want to get to this desert, and in the normal speedrun, we found a bunch of strats, but what we do is we just take a bike and drive there. Or nowadays we take a helicopter and fly there, but whatever.
Yeah.
Teleporting there and then being teleported in a jet is slightly more comfortable.
Alright, next thing. We gotta donate some money, so we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Exactly, the first donation to the Epsilon cult.
And now we're gonna put
$500.
our money away in stock, so that way... Whoops, I need to do this one. We're gonna deposit all our money, so that way when we die a lot in the future, we will not have to pay hospital bills and lose money.
Exactly. Game charges you based on how much money you have in your bank account. And by, well, putting all our money into stocks, the game thinks we're really broke, so it doesn't charge us anything.
Anyway, I'm
Because we
dying...
do need to die a lot.
Yeah, I'm dying twice now to pass time to unlock the next mission, by the way. And then after this, we need to get back to Los Santos. And, how are we gonna get to Los Santos? We're gonna make a booty call, and then use that to, teleport back to Michael's house.
Yeah, we're just showing all the good stuff. You will now just... first of all, you just see Rake execute this strat, where we call a booty call. Skip through the dialogue and then quickly hold Alt
There we
plus
go.
the character swap button, and that ports us to the safe house.
Anyway, I need
the
to
way
double
this
check and make sure
works-
this spawned in. Okay, we're good.
Good, yeah. The way this works is basically that we just, as you initiate the booty call, your mission state changes for a second, and I do believe that it's something about the game when you like press the character switch key of a character different from the one you're controlling in the moment. That for some reason teleports you to your safe house. I think there's a pretty good explanation to this somewhere, but I don't have it. so we just gotta roll with it. And something about transitioning game states enables that. We will see that later as part of the, not this one, but the next mission Rake's gonna be completing.
Hello?
Where this also applies when you transition from a mission state to a free roam. But for now, Rake is just gonna die again. Because obviously there's a built-in timer. In-game time you have to pass before the next mission unlocks, so... You know.
Yes, we're gonna die twice again.
What the fuck, dude?
Using the online switch to speed up the wasted screen as well.
Yeah, the small details you almost forget when you don't pay enough attention. And I believe now...
Now we pull out our money, donate it, another 5,000, and then put it back in. And then we're gonna go ahead and make and load a save.
Exactly. This is something you probably just missed, because I also didn't say it. But back when Rake spawned in the jet for the first time, he did something that we call mission replay warp. Setting up a mission replay warp where you go into a mission replay, click enter mission replay, but then don't actually enter it, but back out where the game wants you. That's gonna create a restore point and puts you back there. Which still creates said restore point, and when you then reload the save file, it will put you at that very location in that very vehicle you were in. Which we then obviously use because the next mission is also very close by.
Anyway, we're gonna do the same thing replay warp-wise in a moment. Because we need to come back here for a second mission after we leave and do some things. So I'm gonna park right here, set the replay warp.
Yeah, you can see it. It's probably a bit too fast for you to properly be reading it, but...
Be praised.
Oh, dialogue's good. I don't know
Hello,
that
Michael.
actually.
I didn't
Or
get
should
it.
I say
Nah,
Zolag?
Shem.
What?
Your real name?
Anyway, now we gotta leave the area, and we're gonna do another one of those switch warps, as we typically call them.
Yeah. This one, as I mentioned, with the transitioning from a mission, which we're in right now, back to free roam.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Anyway, I'm gonna try a new trick. Let's see if this
Oh, yeah,
works.
true, this one exists too.
Yeah, so normally if you just walk through the door like you typically would, you'd start Father-Son, the next story mission, which is very bad. So what I did was switch to online, and during the online switch black screen, you can just walk through the dot, and you don't start the mission. So it saves having to run around
That's a
through the
very cool
garage.
one. I suppose what's different to 1.27 is that you can actually move while you attempt to switch to online.
No, you can do that
Oh,
in 127 as well.
Oh, but it just triggers the mission.
No, it works.
Oh, the game
exact same.
also works on 1.27.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
fair.
nobody does it because it's risky and hardly saves time. But anyway,
Oh, you're the king.
we're also onto the part of the run where we are now collecting 5 cars that the Epsilon program wants. So I just grabbed the first one. I had to go quite a ways for it. This part of the run is incredibly RNG heavy, and most world record attempts die here. It's about RNG. Like, I'm seeing the cars I need, but I don't know if I can get them. Because I'm gonna have to drive away to deliver this one, and then... for all I know, when I come back, they'll be out of the spawn table.
Yeah, the way this section of the game works is that it's actually fully scripted.
Enjoy that ride in 10th
The game spawns in... Oh, ouch.
I did that on
5.
purpose so I could get the car.
Man,
That's fair. Still looks like it hurt.
It did. This will hurt more for the guy, though.
Yeah. The Epsilon code wants 5 specific vehicle for you to donate, and the game is kind enough to spawn 5 scripted, those 5 vehicles scripted in certain locations around the map, and 2 of those are actually easily accessible for us, but the other 3 are a little too far away, toxic spawn. So 2 of those, one of which being the bike, that you see there, and the other one being a sport car that we're gonna grab later. We're gonna use the scripted spawns. The other ones we're gonna try and grab from the road because obviously, given that you are in this scripted, semi-scripted open world collection type thing, the game is much more inclined to spawn these vehicles, which in normal free roam would be a lot harder, but they spawn quite frequently. Still, Rake is
I
getting
don't know if
very
I'd call
unlucky
the
here.
spawns here frequent. Like, you can easily get
mean-
screwed out of missing one of the cars.
You can, but in normal free roam it would probably be much worse.
I don't know about that. Like, do we have
You don't
any
think
proof
so?
that the spawn rate is, jumped up?
No, not really, but it certainly feels that way to me. Maybe it's just like 100% bias. I wouldn't
I
know.
think it's placebo, yeah.
Yeah. But for sure, is that we are gonna have to still grab them more or less randomly from the road, which is a pain in the ass. And yeah, Rake is not getting very lucky yet. He had to drive for a while to get the first non-scripted one, and now he's gonna grab the. Well, he did just grab the first park one, and now he's gonna go to the second park one, the Vaca, which is pretty unlucky so far, I think.
Yeah, this is very unlucky.
Yeah. This is definitely. Oh yeah, true here, Autofall too. Definitely one of the worst ones. As you can imagine, you could technically, right outside the garage, have a spawn where one of the needed cars just spawns in. But this time, no such luck.
So you're gonna drive into me.
One also hurt a little bit.
Oh no, the vehicle's too damaged. Alright, emergency visit to Franklin.
Well, it's almost like you jinxed it when you said that we are most likely not gonna visit Franklin anymore, didn't you?
Yeah, you're probably right. Thankfully, switching
Yeah.
to Franklin and back will repair the car.
Yeah, obviously we wouldn't want to deliver a broken vehicle to the Epsilon Colt. So once you deal too much damage, like you lose a door or the hood in this case, the game's like, nope. But people found that a mere switch is enough to repair it. I don't know why. Like, no, it won't work for severe damage as far as I know, but something as minor as this, it's just...
And my game tapped out again.
Wow. Being really unlucky with those.
Well, at least it's not happening at like a critical point. I should have
Yeah,
taken
that's
that
very
car.
true.
Uh,
I think it's gonna work.
see if I can still get it. Alright, nice.
Come on, bro.
Oh, nice. Okay, now ice peeled on the road. There's 2 more cars missing, and the spawns for the match are too far away, so we're just gonna have to rely 100% on luck.
Yeah, that and a bit of driving up and down the roads around here. And I think that's one of them. Yep.
Nice. That's
And I see the other right there, but it's outside of the radius of cars that will stay spawned in when I deliver this, so...
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna have to hope I get another.
Yeah. The last one is the super double we're missing. One of the more frequent ones, I'd say. Like the Serrano I always struggled with. Partly probably because it blends in so well with all the other sports cars in this area.
Yeah, it's easy to mistake a rapid GT for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you saw, Rake
Zolag,
looked around a
don't be
lot
an
as he drove up
antithesis.
to the garage, obviously hoping for the super dummy to just spawn randomly in one of those
Keep
parking lots.
coolio,
It's
baby.
one of the best
Just a
that
car.
can happen to you. But no such luck. Let's see.
Nothing there. I hear a police chase as well. So-
that's-
oh, there it
as
is.
you can imagine. Oh, nice. Yeah, as you can imagine, if you get cops, Epsilon won't take it. You should not lead the cops close to the Epsilon garage. So random cop chase can really screw you over and block you, potentially losing you a minute plus.
Ice tornado spawn. That would have been nice earlier.
Yeah. That's the game loves doing it, doesn't it? Where it just like spawns the cars you need right in front of you, close to the garage, and the cars you don't need, I mean, of course.
Let's see if this works. Yes. Alright, now we're gonna die twice to pass more time of day. And then after we do that, we'll activate the replay warp we made earlier.
obviously. Because the next mission, I would say coincidentally, conveniently maybe, is positioned exactly where the previous mission was. So we don't even need to like really move around a lot. We just die twice to pass enough time of day. The, I guess, code requirement for this mission unlocking obviously was delivering all the cars. And now we can just load it and do chasing, which involves us, I don't know, chasing our sanity as we run through the desert, and we're not even collecting things, we're just chasing after
You can skip
non-existing
dialogue and start. Oh, I didn't do it. But
artifacts.
typically, when I get there, I will knock over whoever's talking to skip their line of dialogue and start the cutscene faster.
Sure.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. People saw enough of collecting cars in the previous 5 hours, didn't they? So it's probably a little bit of overkill.
Yeah, unfortunately, the last time I got force tabbed out by the game, my chat window got closed. So you're gonna have to relay good messages to me, Lenny.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, you can do a little bit of alt spamming here to try and skip some of Marnie's annoying dialogue, but I failed sadly.
Hey, Marnie.
Yeah, they really like talking, didn't it?
It's really that one spot where dialogue really messes you up, because she can just yap on end.
Like I don't have anything better to do.
Anyway, we're also going to skip some of Michael's dialogue by ragnolling as soon as he finishes this or starts his final line. So we get here, and there we go. That's chasing the truth.
This is it.
Anyway, we're going to do another switch warp real quick.
Let's see.
That was very clean.
Nice. Yeah, we're looking very good on those switch warps. Obviously, it's mostly about knowing the timing of when the mission actually ends. And now we sleep 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah. In a desperate attempt to pass more time, heading to the next mission shortly after, which is called Bearing.
Yes, Barry.
Yeah, these Epsilon names have very, not necessarily ridiculous names, but they're all named like chasing the truth, accepting the truth, etc.
Yeah.
So
I
people
swear.
run this a lot.
I think I'm the only person in this community who can like keep all the names straight.
When I ran it, I used to know them too. But yeah, now it's like I'm a little out of it. I'm once again doing the strat of warping. It's already a warp through the door, but I guess warping past the mission trigger.
Yeah, the very big mission trigger, by the way.
Ah, yeah, I mean, we ourselves in normal runs even have a strat where we just like walk around.
Is mission there? Okay, yeah, it is. I was starting to doubt myself.
It's tricky because you can only really see those pop up because it's technically Strangers and Freaks mission. They don't immediately pop up on your screen on the edge of your minimap. So and with the game being very precise, or the run being very precise about having the correct or skipping enough time of day and stuff, you can run into issues where you just happen to not have unlocked the mission.
So
the dialogue's
Are you ready?
Skip some more dialogue by running into Marty there. Anyway, we're gonna buy the robes, put all our money back into stocks. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, right, I just put all my money in. I almost thought I ran out, because brain fart moment. But we're good.
Yeah, running out of money is very bad because, as you can imagine, I mean, I guess it's not too bad anymore. Couldn't probably, I mean, unless you like run completely out of money, you can always restock dupe.
Yeah, it just loses time though.
But yeah, we don't want to lose time, yeah.
Anyway, as soon as we get the notification saying the ropes were delivered, which is gonna take one more time, I guess, we can just... Oh, there it is. We can just load the autosave and save warp.
Exactly. And now to the part that everyone hates, and I guess even in this category it's not really different because it's still annoying.
This time we're
What we
just
have
gonna
to
do
do
some
now is-
counting.
Yeah, we're gonna wear the ropes, or we have to wear the ropes for 10 days. And in classic benchmark fashion, this is where we save a lot of our time because we're gonna initiate another kind of benchmark. This time, not the one where we just spawn in a jet, but one where we actually go through the benchmark process, which you will be able to see in
Just a moment.
a
I gotta set up the
second.
nade and then we'll see it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alright.
So let's see if I can drag it. All right, there we go. So that was the first time we got to sit through 10 of these benchmark things. So that was 1. We are currently on 2. You're going to help me keep track, Lenny, because I don't want to forget.
Oh yeah, of course. Counting with my fingers.
Same here.
Yeah, it's very laid back in this moment.
Yeah.
Because all we have to do is watch. There's literally nothing to do for I think like a minute 40 seconds or something. I think it is.
Something like that.
Yeah. Where as you can see, I think on screen, the time of day passes a lot faster than it would normally. With 4 now, right?
Yeah, we're on number 4 right now.
Yeah. This is 4 completed. And it's very easy to zone out and lose progress, but
I'm
we
trusting
don't
my
want to overshoot
fingers.
it. Yeah, me too. If both of us do it, we can't mess up, can we?
Surely both of us won't mess up. On number 6, by the way.
Exactly, yes. Gonna say the same.
Ben was recently telling me about the San Andreas Hundo community race, and apparently he can't count to 30.
I mean, takes quite a bit of concentration, so I wouldn't blame him for that. This way you should run
Yeah,
GTA
fair.
5. You have to run...
Yeah, it's
count
practice.
to
You only
10.
got to count to 10.
Yeah, exactly.
On number 8 now, almost done.
Yep. Yeah, 10 of those for 10 days of ropes wearing. And once we're through with that, we are gonna do the same again, right?
Yeah.
Not the exact same, but we're gonna do another benchmark because
Yeah, we're gonna chain
we have to
benchmarks.
go back to the desert. Which is why we, before the run, basically set up 2 of those shortcuts. One for skipping time of day, and the other for getting to the desert in the jet. Alright. And I was gonna say, this should be it.
Oh no, I messed up!
Oh no!
It's fine, I just gotta attempt the setup again. But I was meant to go into the benchmark thing, but I accidentally closed
You just skipped
the
out
menu.
and exited the
Oopsie.
thing, yeah.
It's okay, we got
It
3
can
more
happen.
attempts to get this right.
Yeah, which is why we bought so many nades in the very beginning. So yeah, no problem, no sitting through this entire thing again.
Alright, there we go. Second try is always the charm.
Exactly. I think you've had one of those in your World Record too, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, not even a huge time loss, and now it's back to the basic procedure, just loading into the benchmark. And same with the glitch again.
So yeah, this will be the last one we do. After this, it's all pretty much the same as a normal Epsilon program, except we have a jet for a bit.
Yeah, and by normal for the Epsilon program, it still means very, very crazy. So if you haven't seen that, then definitely worth sticking around. But for now, gonna be getting access to the jet again. And now
And I messed up the timing.
It's always just the second time, isn't it?
Yeah, always marathon runs, too.
Yeah.
But
Nah,
this is
it's
not a big deal as long as I get this in the next 3 tries.
It is a pretty difficult strat, to be fair.
Hello?
Very precise.
I guess it doesn't matter if
hold
I
up.
do that. It's fine.
Okay, that was... I haven't seen that one before, but okay.
It's because I finished wearing the robes after dying.
Ah, right.
So that last time of day passage does contribute to... Okay, that autosave load was weird, though. Or autosave prompt.
I'm not 100% sure what's happening there, but...
It'll be fine. Surely.
Okay.
But anyway, we're going to go ahead and set up a replay warp for exercising the truth, the next mission after this next one, because we got some downtime waiting for the next mission to spawn. So we're going to land the jet right... Uh-oh. Okay, this is fine. It's fine. As long as the engine fires back up, we're fine. See? We're fine.
Yeah, we're good. Alright.
Just park right around here. Set the replay warp, and now we're off to go, actually, towards the real mission. So it used to be, in the past, that we would use this time to go up to the top of Mount Chiliad and get a parachute. And that's smoke coming out of my jet. Hopefully this is fine.
Yeah.
It'll be okay. I just gotta get there.
Yeah, it should be good. It doesn't look... Like you're losing altitude here because you're like just...
I'm doing that on purpose, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not a good sound, though.
Oh no. Oh no. It's gonna be fine. Worst case, you just run a little.
Alright, there's some mission spawn.
There's the text. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Where do you actually get the parachute? Do you get it?
We will get it right before exercising the truth.
Right before exercising.
That'll be another fun glitch to show off that I actually, for once, discovered myself. Anyway, we're just gonna back up a little bit.
Slightly overshot it, but
It'd be like that sometimes.
better that way.
I was told to come.
Craft's work waits for
So yeah, now we're gonna fly this boring, slow plane instead of the fast, fun, silly plane for a couple minutes. But we are gonna cut over the military base. Just gotta manage to get off the ground first.
Yeah, this plane and its acceleration, it's not fun. You can see it struggle like crazy. We are gonna just ignore common sense, fly over the military base, because despite this giving us 4 stars wanted level, we just
We'll get rid of it.
care because we fly for long enough where it actually doesn't matter. We're gonna lose the cops by the time we arrive where we need to go.
I also need to get this plane up to the optimal altitude, which is about 900 feet on the altimeter, because you fly faster up there. Anyway, got a little bit of good margin, so now I just gotta keep it steady and on course.
Yeah, very nice. And not get screwed over by a random helicopter.
I can dodge him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever been re-seen here. Like, I've had close calls, but...
Yeah. You probably just really have to fall asleep and not pay attention to your mini-map in order for that to happen.
Yeah. But yeah, this plane is also impossible to hold steady. Like, I'm constantly having to do micro adjustments in every direction.
Yeah, it's one that struggles a little.
But now I think we can start to descend.
Yeah, you can see the runway already. Gonna lose the cops.
Yep, there we go.
No, there we go.
Add our landing gear and start to slow down. And then we're gonna do just a little bit of wiggling to bring ourselves to a stop. I didn't mean to hit that rock, but it did help us in the end, so I might start doing that intentionally in the future.
Yeah, that looked okay, although I'm always very sketched out by these, because the plane is probably very easy to break.
Probably.
Yeah, so now we delivered a bunch of stuff for the Epsilon cult. In lore, what we're just doing is we're just helping them Do a bunch of stuff they want from us.
Oh, I missed a nade. Alright, whatever, it's fine. We got plenty.
That's okay. Another death. All those deaths, as I mentioned before, just because we do need to pass time of day, and that's the fastest way to do it, because all those Epsilon missions just have an internal timer before the next one unlocks, which, if you play the game normally and are on the psychopath like we, you wouldn't even notice, because you just do other stuff on the side, you drive around, you do another mission, but because this is exclusively Epsilon program, we do have to pass time of day in the ugliest of ways.
I don't know. I mean, I'd call the ugliest way of passing time that benchmark strat we did. But anyway,
yeah, probably.
in order to get the parachute, I'm going to exit this plane, go into director mode.
Is this foreshadowing?
What do you mean?
It's gonna be seeing more of directing mode in the future, why not?
And
Not
we're going
this
to get
one.
back in. Yeah, that's the last we'll see of director mode. And, excuse me, by having a plane, getting out of it, or, like, using it you've got to be kidding me, I despawned the mission.
Aww.
This had never happened to me before.
That was the only thing I was worried about, because that's why
I have to be,
originally
like,
I
right
did
on the
this.
border.
Yeah,
But
it has to be really close.
I don't know how to respawn this. We're just going to wing it by flying away,
Fly away.
coming back. Oh, yeah, look at that respawn radius. It's tiny.
Yeah.
How do I even safely land this? I'm gonna have to, like, do pass-arounds.
Oh, this is so scuffed.
Yep.
Guess you could jump out and parachute
There we go.
down now.
Well, I need the parachute, so...
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, this is
Nice.
probably fine. I just need the plane to stay spawned in, through the cutscene. If you park too close, that doesn't happen. We'll see how my parking job is in a moment.
It should be fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna use the, jet to get ourselves into the air for, parachuting to truth.
Yeah, exactly. Not an official mission name, of course, but
Anyway.
our way of
I need to
running in the desert.
carefully avoid this... Oh, no.
Oh,
I tried to avoid it, but, not happening.
Epsilonists. Does this despawn the jet now?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just gonna run to the nearest
Shit.
rail derrick and do a ladder launch. I'd be like that sometimes. Get a little bit of running in the meantime. Anyway, I will walk into the ladder, do a little haha, silly, set up a replay warp.
Kiflam, Kiflam, Kiflam,
Can't
Kiflam.
start flying.
And now we're gonna parachute in circles for 5 minutes because this counts as running.
Yeah.
Kiflam,
Only God knows why,
Kiflam.
but the task we're currently completing, I guess, if you're unfamiliar with the lore behind it, is Mike has to run 5 miles in the desert to prove he's worthy or something. And, well, turns out you don't actually have to run. You can also
Uh-oh.
do whatever this is.
And whatever this is might go wrong.
Yeah, very good catch. Looking fine.
Looking fine now.
Imagine, yeah, if you land on the ground, the parachute would be gone and we'd be screwed. Luckily that did not happen. So,
Well, I guess if that happened, I could just go get another jet.
how would you get another jet though?
I'd open another copy of GTA 5.
Oh, yeah, true, actually. Would that be faster than just reloading?
Depends on how much progress you have.
Yeah,
I guess, actually no, the jet would take you outside of the pilgrimage zone, so... you'd have to get a lot
True.
fancier than that.
Yeah.
I guess in
obviously-
theory you could do something like, Okay, here's where I'd cook. I would, save the game, open up an older save that I don't care about anymore, use that to get the jet, then set up a replay... Oh wait, no, that wouldn't work, because replay warps don't carry over. Yeah, actually, you just need to reload. There's no getting around that.
Yeah. There's this thread about not losing your progress, but that's only when you actually manually leave the zone or do something.
Yeah.
Like, benchmark, so I don't think this would work in any way. Say we just walk there. Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't happen.
Surely
it's a
I
little
won't mess up
tricky.
anymore. Like, I just gotta manage my height well.
It's a little tricky. There's like some of these, I don't even know what they are. Wherever we set up the ladder launcher the first time, some bolts and stuff you can easily get stuck on.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
think
for
the
the most
biggest culprits are like the radio tower in Sandy Shores, those hills to the north. And then if you hit anything else, that's really on you.
Yeah. Also, obviously, another thing I guess that we should mention is that the reason we're not just doing this like as high as possible is because
Oh,
this
no.
is basic. We are.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, Rake. I just don't think I'll bother explaining.
How did I pull that off? How did I save that? That is insane. I am playing like god tier floors lava right here.
This was incredible. I think we spent enough time explaining why you cannot lose your parachute that people can actually grasp why that was insanely close. Jesus.
That scared the crap out of me. Oh.
It was so close. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything that close. Like, you usually just, like, end up hitting, like, a billboard or something, then, yeah, you're screwed, obviously. It's so rare that you actually see something that close.
Yeah, that's called, negligence. Don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Just play it safe. Don't be too high, because I'll dare to attempt the explanation. The zone that you're able to complete those 5 miles in is actually has a height, a max height. So if you exceed that, you lose or you exit the zone, which resets your progress. Same if you obviously go too far in either direction. At some point, you just exit the zone. That's why we stick to this very area. And Rake already having completed 4, although we do like 5 miles. I don't know if people can actually imagine that, but it is significantly faster than running around.
Yeah, it's like it takes a quarter of the time.
Yeah. Strat progression for this obviously was also insane. In the beginning, we were just running around. We started finding ledge buffer lineups. Then we did parachute, but we didn't know that you could actually spin with the parachute the way Rake does it now. So this went through a lot of development. And like, I think 2 or maybe 3 years ago, the world record for Epsilon was like an hour 30, and I pushed this to as low as 55 minutes. So this category has come a long way, and that's why it's one of my favorites actually. Just the amount of stuff we found through this, and this is incredible.
Yeah, there's no category quite like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, that's a pilgrimage complete.
And off to the final mission already.
One other strat that you can do there that I didn't is if you actually change your game's language to something other than English, what happens is the game will display the distance traveled in kilometers. And if you do that, then what happens is the game's conversion from kilometers to miles bugs out, so the distance you actually have to travel becomes less if your distance is displayed in kilometers instead of miles there. It saves something like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's very slight but super funny. I love that we found that. It's hilarious. Alrighty.
Yeah. Getting on to the final mission, passing time of day for the final time. And now we're going to drive off. It'll be very simple. What's going to happen is we're going to get an Epsilon car carrying like $2.5 million cash. And we're going to steal it by driving away with it and losing the crew. So I guess Ben will need to get ready on time soon because the run is going to end with the next mission pass screen.
Yep. It should be fairly straightforward. It can drag out to minutes if you mess up. What we're just going to be hoping for is that Rake doesn't crash. Any sort of crash will mean that the helicopter chasing after you stays within range, and what we basically do is just despawn it. So let's hope Rake doesn't crash here in this populated intersection.
Doing this drive at night should help, because there's
Yeah,
less
right?
stuff to
It's
crash
much less
into.
cars. Yeah, looking very good already. Most things already despawned.
Okay, we should be okay.
Crash
Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, get ready on time. And GG's.
GG's. Wow. I'm $2.5 billion richer.
Whew. That was quite the run. Pretty chaotic all around.
Yeah, but managed quite well. It was in the end like a 57.
57, 40 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good stuff. Well, not my best. I mean, I was like 3 minutes behind world record, but yeah, still a fun run. I'm definitely glad I got to show it off, even if it was scuffed at a bit of times. But yeah, that's what GTA 5 push to its absolute limit looks like.
Yeah, it's part of the progress, isn't it? To just break the game as much as possible.
Yeah, I love breaking things. It's so fun.
Oh, me too. Alrighty. I think that should be it from us, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've done my run. We'll have a couple more GTA 5 runs throughout the week. I think Storm's got a any percent classic with DM run.
Exactly.
Yeah, this did have
tomorrow,
stock too, by the way.
Alex. Yeah, it did. Oh, people are still in the dark? I mean, I don't think it was that incomprehensible. It's like, you just complete the Epsilon story mission and
Yeah, that's it.
that is pretty much a category. I guess that we never like we did explain it kind of, so
You might have explained it. I didn't do anything in that department.
we did say that it's Epsilon program. What you do is you play through the Epsilon storyline, which is Michael's side mission.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
certainly what we did between all of the game-breaking glitches.
Yeah, it may be a case of you explain so much because so much is happening that you almost lose track of the main objective because you just have
Yeah.
to comprehend what's happening there, while also keeping track of the missions happening. So, alrighty. Then I suppose we're off. Thank you a lot. Thank you for having me, Rick.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
great
It's been
job,
good.
guys.
Okay. Whew. That was good.
Any final departing words before we finish off for today?
Thank you for
Not from my
watching,
side.
and thank you all for the donations. I know this is all going to a great cause.
Damn straight for the kids. All right, smashing. We'll wrap these guys up. Thank you for being here, you two. Great job again. And yeah, we'll wrap up today. Very, very good first day of GTU. Plenty more to come.
Yippee!
Yippee!